Welcome back.
Japanese-American artist Tomokazu Matsuyama, perhaps more commonly known as Matsu, lives and works in New York. Growing up between and influenced by both Eastern and Western cultures, he described his artistic style as the struggle of reckoning the familiar local with the familiar global.
That mixed identity is reflected in the influences on his work, which include Japanese art from the Edo and Meiji eras, classic Greek and Roman art, French Renaissance painting, and contemporary art.
Tomokazu Matsuyama's Hong Kong solo exhibition was on show at the Pulse in Repulse Bay from the middle of March up to the 9th of April. Presented by the Hong Kong Contemporary Art Foundation, the exhibition Oh Magic Night included over 50 works by the Japanese-American artist that took viewers into magical, brightly colored worlds of mythological heroes, fictional tableau, and abstraction.
Since given 11,000 square feet space, one of my ideas was to dissect the space into 9 sections because I make a variety of different series or body of work, and I want to have a curatorial packaging so one room leads to another, so the exhibition would become more of an experience rather than just looking like archival past works that I created. So look at the show, you feel like you left like a Disneyland.
Tomokazu Matsuyama, otherwise known by his street art name of Matsu, was born in Japan but taken to Los Angeles by his family at the age of 8. Before he finished 6th grade, his father moved the family back to Tokyo. Once again, he had a cultural readjustment to make. He studied management at Sophia University. His interest in skateboarding and snowboarding, a legacy of his American years, led him to work as a professional snowboarder until an accident on the slopes forced him to quit. Already interested in street art culture, he began designing ads for snowboards. He moved to New York City in 2002 to take a Master of Fine Arts degree in Communications Design at the Pratt Institute, becoming increasingly interested in a career in fine art. Growing up in and influenced by both Eastern and Western cultures, Matsu brings both into his works.
It's really about the hybridity that I'm interested in. I'm not interested in trying to make East meets West. It's really more about how our culture is more layered on top of each other.
As well as reflecting elements from both East and West, Matsu's work also brings together elements from traditional art and contemporary pop or street culture.
This one was an actual piece that's in White House. It was a bronze original piece that Remington painted of cowboy doing a rodeo, which is called Bronco Buster. I wanted to bring it somewhat more kind of a younger, vibrant culture, and the way I did it was I exchanged the cowboy to a Playmobil figure. So those are the factors that I try to bring in something either has significance within our world, but I want to make it quite accessible so everybody can be entertained in some ways. So this Tondo painting that I painted here is an actual appropriation of famous Napoleon painting by David. You see the snowy image. What I do is I also have a heavy influence from a lot of abstract expressionist painters, like Pollock or Morris Lewis. The reason why I do a snow is that in Japanese aesthetic, there's this aesthetic called Setsugekka, which means snow, moon, and flowers. So even though I'm giving an homage, my expression here is actually portraying the beauty of Asian aesthetic. A lot of people think my work is about telling a narrative, which is completely the opposite. I'm using this existing image to create these work. I'm basically borrowing from Picasso, from HOCA, from subculture, from Vogue. I'm just sampling everybody's work until it becomes something original.
Directed by Barry Jenkins,